Hi, this is Mark Parkinson. I'm the President and CEO of AHCA and NCAL, and I'm here to tell you about a media campaign that I'm really excited about. The Board of Directors and the Council of States have approved by unanimous vote a special $10 assessment so that we can run a $15 million campaign across the country to tell our story about the care that our residents need and the great work that you've been doing. Before I tell you why I'm so excited about this, I want to start at the beginning of this pandemic. You know, our great residents have really been victimized in two major ways. First, they've been a victim of a horrible virus. What makes this virus so bad isn't just that it's deadly, which is horrible in and of itself. What makes it so challenging is that people can have absolutely no symptoms and still spread the virus. As a result, there were thousands, maybe tens of thousands of people in the United States that were asymptomatically carrying this virus, visiting our buildings in January, February, and March, sometimes working in our buildings, and through no fault of their own, and certainly through no fault of yours, spreading this virus. And our residents have been victims, and so have our staff, with thousands of deaths across the country. The second way that our residents have been victims have been by poor public policy decisions. Once we knew that asymptomatic people could spread this virus, we needed testing and we needed PPE. We needed all of that to protect our residents, but we weren't prioritized, and the results speak for themselves. Given this horrible victimization that occurred, it would have been completely understandable if you would have given up, but we didn't. Unlike some parts of the world where nursing homes just collapsed with all this pressure, you fought and fought and fought for the residents. Some of you have worked over 90 days in a row. Many have worked double shifts. Our staffs ran towards the problem instead of running away from it. And you know what? I'll tell you that we fought in Washington, D.C. as well. We could have thrown up our hands and quit, but we didn't. The board said we need to have the biggest fight that we've ever had. So we transferred money from our reserves and we promoted your work and our residents through a special media campaign in DC. We bought TV ads, we amped up our social media, we quadrupled our contract with our crisis management firm, and it worked. Slowly but surely, the message has started to change, and slowly but surely, we've had some significant wins in DC. The board and then the Council of States decided that we have to keep this going. We can't give up now. We've got to continue to tell our story. So by a vote of 49-0, the Council of States unanimously approved a $15 million media campaign that will allow us to do two things. First, it will allow us to continue to tell our story in DC because we have to. Issues like immunity are still in the balance. Issues like getting the funding that we need to take care of our residents are still in the balance. So the campaign must continue. The special assessment will allow us to continue our crisis management response, continue our social media, and continue to buy television ads when we need to tell our story. The second thing that this campaign will do is it has a nationwide component. We'll be buying ads on nationwide cable to let people know of the heroic work that you and your teams have done, to let them know why our residents need all of the care that we provided and need more care in the future. Now, none of this could do this on our own. And $10 a bed might not seem like very much, but when you combine all of us together, it will raise the $15 million that we need to tell our story. Together, we are very strong and we can continue to win for the residents. So we're super excited to keep this going. We're incredibly proud of the work that you and your teams are doing in your buildings. Together and fighting together, we can make it through this horrible pandemic. Thank you so much for your support, and we look forward to continuing to work with you as we solve this horrible crisis.